Hi guys, it's me, Christina. I'm not quite sure what this video is going to end up being. It might just be a bit of a health update, and it might turn into more of a vlog depending on what happens in the next couple days. So I am in Maryland. We drove down a couple days, maybe a few days ago, to have an appointment with my surgeon. My symptoms have been getting worse, so we were thinking that maybe something was unstable again in my neck, since a lot of my symptoms are helped by my neck brace. I have been having a really hard time walking still, increased problems swallowing, a lot of problems breathing, losing consciousness, seizures, ear ringing, head pain, vision, brain fog, you know, all of the fun neurological symptoms. So we met with my surgeon a couple nights ago, and the really good news is that everything does appear to be fairly stable in my neck, and that is not what is causing the problem. I guess the bad news would be that now we have to figure out what is causing the problem. So he pulled up my MRV scans. It's like an MRI, but instead of showing just like the soft tissue and bone, an MRV shows the blood vessels themselves. And he looked over it again, and it appears that maybe some of the issues that we saw when we looked at it last time could be worse than we thought, if that makes sense. So tomorrow we are driving down to Virginia to see my other neurosurgeon who specializes in the vascular parts. As it stands now, I have surgery scheduled in November to try to stent and open up those blood vessels that are collapsing and cutting off blood flow. But if we see him tomorrow and he thinks that my problems are more urgent than that, then it's possible that the surgery could be moved up. I kind of doubt that it would be, just because he sees a lot of serious cases as it is, so I don't really think that this would warrant an emergency surgery, if that makes sense. Hi guys, good morning. It's about 4:30 a.m. I got a good solid maybe half hour of sleep, and now we have to go and drive to see the other surgeon. The place that I'm staying right now, I'm staying with a friend who lives very close to one of my neurosurgeons, but it's a 2.5 hour drive to see the other one. So that is what we are doing today, and hopefully he has some ideas on how to help me. So I'll check in with you guys later. Bye. So I just got done with seeing my surgeon, and he thinks that my symptoms are due to high pressure in my head and also a series of mini strokes that I could have been having over the last few weeks. So he is going to directly admit me to the hospital, and the plan is that tonight I will have an angiogram. If my angiogram comes back abnormal, which we are expecting it to, he said that he may need to place stents into my brain within the next couple of days, maybe tomorrow morning. It's this little kind of, to me it looks almost like a spring. They don't have one in here, but it's kind of collapsed when they put it in, and then it springs open to open up the blood vessels once they're in there. Oops. So that's kind of a lot for me to take in right now. I didn't expect to be having this happen today, and I didn't expect to be going into the hospital. I don't have all my stuff with me, but that's okay. I'm just really thankful that the surgeon is able to see me and hopefully get me in. They're trying to find a bed right now because the hospital is pretty full. So hopefully we don't have to go through the emergency department, which is what we'd have to do if there's no beds open. Sorry if you can't hear me. I don't have much of a voice, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Oh, jeez. So yeah, I will keep you updated on what happens. Okay, so I'm about to go down for the angiogram. They're gonna be here any minute. I'm getting kind of nervous. Look at how exhausted they look. I only got 1 hour of sleep last night. Not even, probably. And then I had to stop feeds and water about 6 hours ago in preparation for this. So I'm absolutely exhausted and just kind of wishing they would just come so I could get it over with. I just want to I wish they were putting me all the way out so I could just not be aware of what was happening and get some rest. But I'm sure I will want to sleep after. Sorry, I can't hold the camera up properly. But, you know, it'll be fine and I'll have answers, and that's all I can really hope for. I'll hopefully check in with you guys later. I don't know. I might feel horrible. We'll see. See ya. Hi guys. So I think that the last time I picked up the camera was when I was waiting to go down for an angiogram yesterday. And so I did have the angiogram. Sorry, I'm speaking so quietly, it's the middle of the night. But I did have the angiogram. It was honestly a bit of a nightmare for me because number one, I react to local anesthetics, so I can't have any kind of numbing. And then I also have a lot of breathing problems when it comes to sedatives, so they weren't really able to put me under. So I was definitely a bit more aware of what was going on than I would have liked to be. But I kind of understood that before going in, that was probably what I was going to be experiencing. But then I did have an allergic reaction to the contrast dye during the exam, which was kind of scary. The whole thing was pretty painful. I felt pretty sick, but everyone was so nice and accommodating. Definitely a little traumatic. When I came out, everything seemed to be okay, but unfortunately, the site, in an angiogram, they enter actually through your upper leg, through the femoral artery, right about here, if you can see. And then they thread a catheter up into your brain, and they inject contrast dye and do some imaging so that they can see exactly what's going on in there. So we had a lot of problems stopping the bleeding from that spot. Eventually they stopped it, so I was able to go into recovery, but not too long after that it just started bleeding everywhere again. And so you know, lots of different people took turns coming in and applying pressure until it stopped, which was fine, but definitely kind of painful. An open wound area for people to be pushing down on it, but everything went pretty smoothly after that. Also, fun fact, during the procedure someone accidentally called me Jessica, and then they all started calling me Jessica because they weren't sure if like maybe that was my middle name and I went by that. So I was like, really? Like I was kind of drugged and I was in a lot of pain and I was really confused. And I was like, yikes, I hope Jessica was supposed to be having the same procedure as I am. Because I'm not Jessica. Unfortunately, the angiogram didn't give us all the information that we needed. It didn't tell us what we expected it to tell us. So I did have to have a CT venogram in the middle of last night with more contrast. This time they pre-medicated me and I think that really helped. But between the two of those, we were able to work out what we think the main problem is and come up with a plan. So tomorrow, maybe morning, maybe afternoon, maybe evening, we don't know. The plan is to put a stent into my right jugular vein. The doctor said that on my imaging, it appeared to be completely crushed, he said, kind of collapsed. And so the blood is not draining through the jugular like it should be, and it's also not draining through the sinuses in the back of your brain. The back of your brain has sinuses where the blood is supposed to drain out. So right now neither side of my brain is properly draining blood out. Instead, it is using the much smaller vessels around my spinal cord to drain out all of the blood. And so our theory is because those are so enlarged and they're taking on the full brunt of the draining process, that could actually be putting extra pressure on the spinal cord itself, which definitely makes sense to me. That's what it feels like. We keep wondering why I'm having upper spinal cord symptoms, but all of my imaging for my fusion and instability, dropped my phone, looks fine. So this could potentially be an answer to why I had some of those problems. So now I'm just resting and waiting for tomorrow, and I will try to keep you guys updated afterwards. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to feel, if I'm going to be up to pulling out a camera, I don't know. We will see. I'm a bit nervous, but I would say I'm probably a bit less nervous about putting the stent in the jugular over stenting the sinus, just because the sinus is in the brain and the jugular is in the neck, so it's a safer procedure. It's very likely that we will have to go back in and stent something in the left in the future if this doesn't seem to help enough. My surgeon is unable to make any promises if this is the exact same thing that's causing a lot of my symptoms and what I can expect to improve and what I can't. So we are just putting a lot of faith in God that this is what he wants me to do, and that hopefully this could be kind of a major breakthrough in a lot of my symptoms and my health. Maybe I could even have some more energy. I don't know, we'll see. It's all kind of a whirlwind. My brain is still processing it, but we will see what happens, and I'll keep you guys updated. I love you. Bye. Hi guys, it's the morning of surgery. Hopefully, I'm kind of an add-on and it's the weekend, so we don't really have a time yet. We're waiting for them to call down and give me a time so I can start some preparation medications for my allergies. This is a PSA to any nurses out there. Please do not wear perfume when you come to work, because some people are very allergic to perfumes and then they end up with red faces like this and feeling really sick. So please if you are a nurse, or really just kind of anyone, tone down the perfume when you go to work. You never know who you are going to run into. Hi guys, I am out of surgery and I am back in my room now. I'm actually feeling really pretty good, except for some pain, obviously. Hopefully I can start getting up and trying to walk sometime tonight. And I feel like I might be noticing some symptom improvement already. I'm very hopeful, but it's definitely too early to tell. And I'm on a lot of pain medication, so I really don't know how much that's affecting my symptoms. So we'll just have to see what happens, and I will keep you updated. Good morning, good morning. It is the day after surgery. It is a Saturday morning. Technically still it's morning. It's like 11:45. I'm actually feeling pretty great right now. I don't really feel like I just had surgery. I guess compared to all of the spinal fusion surgeries I've had, this is kind of like nothing. It's still painful, but not terribly so. Now I'm just resting with some ice. I do think that I'm noticing some positive symptom changes. I don't know if I said that yesterday, but I still don't want to commit to anything because I am on low-dose pain medication still, and you know, it's only been a day and I've been mostly in bed, so I don't really want to commit to saying things are better when they're just gonna come back. The plan was to maybe discharge today. I would probably get a hotel. There's some hotels around here, and try to stay in the area for a day or two before driving back to Maryland where the rest of our stuff is. But they gave me the option of maybe staying tonight again, and that way tomorrow morning I could see my surgeon, because it's a Sunday, he's not in today. And I'm thinking if I stayed one more night here, then we could just drive directly back to Maryland instead of having to do the whole hotel thing, which is, it's an ordeal for me to pack up my stuff and unpack it just for one night. I just don't travel light. I always have to have an IV pole and like cases of formula and bags of saline and just ridiculous amounts of pillows. So the fewer, I don't know, stops that we have to make, the better. So I'll probably stay tonight and head out tomorrow. My goal is to try to walk around a bit more today, because that was one of my main symptoms before surgery. I was in a wheelchair for the last few months just because coordinating my steps was really difficult. It was like I couldn't lift my feet very well to walk, and I think that's feeling better, but it's hard to tell because I'm very sore at the incision kind of right at the top of my leg and hip joint, so it's difficult for me to put weight on my leg right now. But I'm working on it and I'm really hopeful, and I don't know, I guess we'll see what happens. If I do get up and kind of walk around, hopefully we can get some footage of that to show you. And if there's no footage of that, that means that I probably can't walk still, which I really hope I can, so we'll see.
All right. Look who's up and about. How's it feel to walk and get out of bed?
Easier. This is really pretty. Do you see this? Or is it all white?
Oh, some mountains way back there.
Hi guys, sorry it won't focus on my face, I'm too pale. It is 2 days after surgery now and we are busting out. We are being discharged and we're going to drive back to the place where we're staying in Maryland. So that's about a 2 or 3 hour drive from here. And I'm definitely ready to get out. I'm not sure if I'm ready for a 3 hour drive, but it is what it is. and hopefully I can maybe get some rest in the drive. I'm feeling pretty good right now. It's much later in the day now, and we just made the 3.5-hour drive from the hospital to where we're staying in Maryland. The pain is definitely set in, but I'm resting and hopefully it will get a little bit better. I'm gonna try to take a nap, I think. I don't know if I mentioned, but I'm not taking any prescription painkillers for this surgery. I don't really like to take them much after any of my surgeries. So I'm going to try to make it by with some Tylenol. I do have really bad muscle spasms. They gave me a very small dose of Valium earlier, but I don't like the way that makes me feel, and it just gave me a really bad headache. So I don't think I'll be taking that again. Hopefully I can just get some rest, and when I wake up I'll be feeling a bit better. So here I am about 2 days later, and I am definitely feeling a lot better. I have noticed a lot of different changes, but really I've mostly just been saying I feel different. Everything feels different, and it's so soon that I'm not really willing to commit to any like exact things. Everyone keeps asking, you know, what feels different? Well, I can definitely breathe better. I can walk better. Thank goodness. My vision seems better. My headaches, my kind of mental acuity. I don't want to like jinx it. I don't know. I want to give it like a week or two for the swelling to go down and the anesthesia to get out of my body, and to start, you know, to start being more active and doing the things that I do in my everyday life. It's easy to lie in bed and just be like, oh yeah, I feel so much better. But is it because you're lying in bed and taking pain meds? I don't know. So that's why I kind of just want to give it a little bit of time before I start saying it was a huge success or anything like that. But I think this is going to be pretty life-changing for me, and hopefully some other patients like me. I don't want to say that this is like a new discovery or a new surgery, but among patients like me, a surgery like this for these kind of things is really new. This doctor has been really wonderful, and we're both just really excited to see what comes out of this. I mean, he's very interested in my case, and I am very thankful that he took it. So maybe I will make another vlog update sometime later to let you guys know how everything is going. Yeah, maybe like in a month I'll know a bit better. If you have made it all the way through this vlog, you are awesome. I actually have no idea if this is even gonna come together and what footage I have. Definitely let me know if you like this kind of thing. I haven't been able to film some of my other styles of videos lately because all of this has been going on, but it's really not that difficult for me to film the everyday stuff like this, just what's going on. But I'm not sure if people want to watch it, and I'm not going to put all the time into it if this isn't what you guys want to see. So let me know. You can give it a thumbs up or just comment down below and tell me if this is something that I should do more often. And I will see you guys another time. Bye!